Welcome to another edition of Wealth Without Borders podcast. And today I'm delighted to have with me Mike Golden. Welcome, Mike.
Hi, everyone. Thank you. I'm very happy to be here.
I always ask this, Mike, whereabouts are you in the world and what's the weather like today?
I am in Shanghai, right in the middle of the city, and today it is sunny and glorious.
Okay, so we are neighbours, and I can see a sunny, glorious view out my window. So for those of you who don't know Mike, he's the co-founder and China President of Brandigo, which is a marketing communications agency, and that has its China office in Shanghai. Mike's been based in Shanghai for the last 18 years, and the title of today's podcast, which I personally love, is Practical China Marketing. So I'm really looking forward to this. I've had a quick sneak peek at your website. I love it, and I love practicality. So it's 8 questions, just to remind you, in only 8 minutes. I do have a physical little stop clock here, and I will stop you. So the pressure's on, Mike. Are you ready for the
I feel the pressure. I'm ready. I feel the pressure, though. Let's go.
All right. Fantastic. So question number 1, who is your ideal client?
Great. So we're a marketing communications company, as you said, Howard. We mostly deal with medium and large scale multinational type of companies. And our ideal client, they've got their headquarters abroad in the US or Europe or Australia. And then we're also working with their local marketing team here in China. So we're typically spanning kind of the global boundaries and working Chinese and also working international. We work with a lot of complicated industries, so chemical manufacturing, long value chains, tough things to explain to people, tough for our team to understand, but that's where the challenge is, and we love this type of B2B clients. We also work with some large scale retail organizations, the largest of which we work with is Costco, which is one of our major clients. So we did all of their introduction here in China and all of their marketing, PR, social media. So generally complicated markets and services and products.
Okay, understood. 6 minutes 52 remaining. Question number 2, what's the problem that you solve?
The basic problem we solve, our clients want to build awareness or they want to get leads and sales. And the bigger problem we solve is that this is a very complicated market. The channels are complicated. So helping them solve these problems of building awareness and getting leads in the Chinese context. So they don't always understand, especially the international side, how it's working here. We're able to translate that and build digital campaigns, social media campaigns, content creation that works in China, but also doesn't blow up their brand in some weird way. So that's the problem that we solve.
Great. Just over 6 minutes remaining. Question number 3. What are the typical symptoms people experience who have the problem of China?
I think they've tried this and that, and nothing seems to stick. They've tried to apply, Western social media content or approaches, and it's not working here. So they're having trouble growing their channels. They're having trouble getting people to follow them or getting people to buy their products or their services. So we help them really come out with a Chinese approach, but with a global understanding of who and what they are. So that's the.
Okay, great. 5 minutes 23 remaining. Question number 4. What are the common mistakes? No pressure, Mike. What are the common mistakes that people make when they're trying to solve that problem?
I see a lot of our clients over the last 18 years, hundreds of clients, start off with poor localization. They've done a pretty bad job of taking their content and really localizing it so that their target audience understands. And then it goes back, if you take a step back, that they may not understand their target audience here in China. So we always like to start a case off with some insight research so that our clients can understand the target personas and the touch points before they start on a big marketing campaign. So we see people wasting a lot of money here, basically, and we try to help them fix that.
Fantastic. I too have seen that. I haven't been here 18 years, but I've seen that many times. So 4 minutes, 28 remaining. Question number 5. What's one valuable free action that people checking out the show today can implement? It will help them solve at least some of that problem, if not all of it.
I think a good action they can take, and this is some part that we do to help our clients, but they can also do themselves to some degree, is really talk to people, their target audience, their target customers, get them in a room or give them a call and dig into what type of channels they actually use. If they're using WeChat for stuff, how do they use it? What content do they follow exactly? What content do they share? And to dig in a little bit deeper, and instead of just guessing, because we see clients guessing a lot about marketing, and that doesn't help. We need some type of data. So even if it's qualitative data and not a huge survey, you can still get a lot of information. So we recommend getting out there and talking to your customers, talking to your sales team if you have one here, and really see what they're interested in, because it might surprise you. Right. It's not always what you think it's going to be.
Got you. Great advice there. 3 minutes, 21 remaining. Question number 6. What's one valuable free resource you can direct people to that is going to further help them with that problem?
Great. So I talked with my team and I said, hey, let's give out some type of nice resource that we've got. And there's one really nice website. It's all in Chinese, so you might need help if not reading Chinese, but it's called Newrank.cn. Newrank.cn. And basically, this is a live listing of the channels, social media channels, which ones are performing the highest, and it ranks them all by category. It also ranks what content is performing. So you can have a look at that and see what people are actually following, what they're interested in, and then also look at certain segments to see what type of channels are really performing. Because of course, there's a lot of fake stuff happening in China. We want to avoid that. And this type of ranking site is one way that we can help really see what's popular and what's ranking. So this can help you target your marketing.
Great. And if people are struggling with that, I presume you'll help them with understanding it if they don't speak Chinese or read Chinese.
Absolutely. So that's something that my team uses to help our customers. So if they're not speaking Chinese especially.
Lovely. 2 minutes remaining, Mike. Question number 7. What concept, book or program or talk has been most impactful in your experience?
So I guess I'm a bit old school. I'm the practical marketer, and so I like quite traditional marketing books. I love Positioning by Reese and Trout, and this is how to position your brand and service. Even in China, it's the same. Classical marketing still works. The channels are different, but you still need marketing. Right. Advertising by Ogilvy is a classic. And then I've just read The Sales Playbook by Daly, which tells you how to put together a sales plan to attack a market, whether it's a China market or any other market. So I found these to be valuable resources.
Great. And 1 minute, 16 remaining. Question number 8. What's the one question I should have asked you that will give great value to our audience?
I'll tell you the question that people ask me a lot, which is, how do we grow our WeChat channel? This seems to be the question on everyone's mind. And I want to turn it on its head and say, why do you want to grow your WeChat channel? What's the purpose of your WeChat? And I think as marketers, we need to dig a little bit deeper into our strategies of going to market and our platforms and the user journey, and really think about what platform is effective at what stage of the user journey. So think about a bit deeper about your content and your channels.
Absolutely. I fully concur with the question why. It's often neglected.
Exactly.
Thank you so much, Mike. You managed to finish with a whole 20 seconds remaining. So that's something, almost a record, I think. So you're applauded for your brevity, clarity, and you've brought great value in just 8 minutes.
Thank you, Howard. It's an absolute pleasure.
Thanks, Mike. Many thanks for checking out Wealth Without Borders podcast. I'd love you to head over to iTunes, subscribe, and leave us a review. And if you'd be kind enough to do that, I would really appreciate it. And then if you want to know more about what I do, check out wealthwithoutborders.net.